I'm Bethany. Thanks for watching today. I'm going to show you how to make a very easy head wrap, ear warmer, whatever you want to call it. To make this, you're going to need Thick and Quick Lion brand yarn, 2 colors, some glue, a yarn needle and a regular needle. On the yarn needle you want to put some of the same color as your base yarn for the ear warmer, and on the regular needle you're going to put thread to sew the buttons on. 2 old buttons. I like to save all the buttons off all my clothes to be able to reuse them. Some applique lace that I've kind of rippled the edges so it looks a little more like lace. You can get it at any craft store, and I recommend that you use a coupon to get it. A crochet hook, 6.5 millimeters or something close. It doesn't have to be that perfectly. And also a pair of scissors. The reason I like to crochet, and I am not a phenomenal crocheter, is because it's something you can do while you're waiting for your kids to come out of school and you're waiting in that really long line in your car, or you can take it on vacation and do it in the airport or wherever. Like if you're driving, if you do long drives, you can sit in the passenger seat and crochet. It's silent and you can participate with everything that's going on around you and do something creative and valuable with your time. You can give them as gifts or make them for yourself. So let's get started. You're going to take your yarn, double it over, wrap it around your index finger and your middle finger, put it in between the two, and pull through. You're just forming a loop with a knot, and you want to pull it up to the top till it just makes a loop big enough to put your crochet hook through. So now that you have your crochet hook with a loop on it, you're going to keep this really taut in your non-dominant hand. Use your dominant hand to hold the crochet hook. You're going to wrap around the left side and pull through. And you're just going to make a chain. Everyone's going to have a little different way of holding this and keeping it tight. As you can see, I've got my index finger out, and I hold my project, at least with the chain, I guess, I'm holding it with these fingers underneath. If you want to make a small head wrap or a child's head wrap, you're going to want to do about anywhere between 45, probably about 45 of these little chains. You want to do a regular sized one, do 51. And if you want to do a larger one for a larger head, you can go bigger and go up to about 57. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have 51. I'm going to make a normal head wrap. Now you're going to come back. You are not going to put it, you've got the loop around your crochet hook. You've got the next loop over. You're not going to put it in that one, you're going to put it in this one. So you're going to come back, pull through, grab, pull through 2. Now the biggest mistake that people make is putting their next crochet into the wrong loop. I'm going to do a couple here. You can see right here that this crochet that I did, single crochet, is pulling on this yarn right here, so you're not going to go into that one. Go in the next one that's in the flat part of that chain. So put it in, pull through, grab, pull through 2. Okay? Next loop, pull through, grab, pull through 2. Go in the next loop, pull through, grab, pull through 2. Next loop, pull through 2. You're going to go all the way across. Okay, once you get to the other end, so I have gone all the way across, you're going to finish it out. All 51 or however many links you did. You're going to do 1 single pull through chain. You're going to flip the project always the same direction, so I like to take my left hand, pull it around to the left hand side. If you flip your project different ways each time, then the ends won't look the same. And you're going to start over. So we've got the single crochet right there, the chain. We're going to skip the first loop and go to the second loop. Pull through, grab, pull through 2. Pull through the next loop, grab, pull through 2. Go in the next loop, grab, and pull through 2. You're going to do the same thing back and forth until the headband is as thick as you want it to be. You can find different videos on YouTube, different ways to do the crochet, but this is hands down the easiest way to do it. I like the thick and quick yarn because it's quick. Okay, so once you have finished your headband to be as thick as you want it to be, you're going to tie your other color of yarn onto the top right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner of your project. And stick your crochet hook into the first loop on your head wrap, pull it through, pull through a single chain, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Go through the next loop, pull through, grab, pull through 2. Okay, next loop, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab your yarn, pull through 2. It's nice if you can come up with like a little chant that helps you remember what you're doing. So it could be next, I could say like next loop, pull through, grab, pull through 2, or whatever words you want to use to be able to remember. So I'm going to speed it up, go all the way across. Okay, once you get to the end, you're going to cut off the yarn. You're going to take the tail end, split it in half, Now, first pull it out. Okay, split it in half. It's probably overkill, but you're gonna grab one half, pull it back through another loop so that you can tie a knot somewhere nice and safe. And I like to do 3 pulls, triple knot, I don't know. Okay, so there you've got the border on the head wrap, and you'll do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now that you have your head wrap made and your borders on, we're going to sew it together. And the reason that this is a bit foolproof is we're going to use the applique to iron on the seam. Crocheting is very hard to get the edges to look good, and I like doing projects where I don't have to sit and count and get it absolutely perfect. So this is a really great thing to make, easy thing to make. I have to give gifts to teachers, to the bus driver, to therapists, to family members for Christmas, and this is just a great gift to give people. So you're going to take your yarn and start on one end. Don't pull it all the way up through. There's not a science to this. And just go back and forth with the 2 edges. Sewing it together. You're going to go all the way to the other end. Then you're going to turn around and come back and make a knot with the tail that you left. Go all the way to the top and all the way back. When you're picking your yarn colors, I recommend taking the coat you want to match to the store. Ask someone else who's at the store if you're hesitant to pick colors yourself. Some people are better at picking colors than others. I like yarn that doesn't look plasticky. I do not like yarn that changes from one color to another to do like an ombre thing. Not for yarns. And I don't like yarn that has speckles. But you can do whatever you want. I just think if you want something that looks more trendy, more professional, go for simple stuff. So take those 2 ends. Again, I like to do 3 ties. And I did not use matching yarn because I wanted you to see how ugly this is right now and how pretty it's going to be when we're done. So before you trim all the edges, just take a little bit of glue, and I like to put a dot of glue on all my crocheting projects where all the knots are, just to give it a little bit more security. So do that with your seam thread and also the knots where you had your trim thread. Then go ahead and trim all the extra stuff off. Okay, my personal opinion about crocheting projects is that if you give them a little bit of ironing, they don't look quite so homemade, and it's very sweet, but also can be not a compliment if someone says, "Oh, did you make that yourself?" So maybe just leave them guessing. When you start with your ironing, always put it on the lowest setting possible because you could melt your project and you don't want to do that. So just hit it with a little bit of ironing. All right, that'll just kind of flatten it out. And again, it just makes it look a little bit more professional, a little more finished. The more synthetic your yarn, the more likely it is to melt. Okay, then you're going to take your little piece of iron-on applique and put it right over all that ugliness. And kind of hold it for a couple seconds. Again, it's better to go slow with less heat than it is to melt your project. Okay. So just kind of get the tip of that iron hitting the edges of the lace so it doesn't look like it's sitting on top, but it's actually part of the project itself. It's tucked in nicely. I don't like how this is kind of overlapping on the sides. I cut it too big, which is better than having it too small. So I'm just going to trim the lace applique a tiny bit. Get that nice and sealed on the edges. Okay, so we have our lace ironed on. The last thing is putting on our buttons. Alright, so again, these are buttons that are taken off of a sweater that was trash, but I saved the buttons. And kind of put them where you think you're going to want the buttons to go. Come up through the back. I can't pick it up, my fingers are cold. Okay, come up underneath through the back. And takes a second, but come up through the buttonhole. Leave a little tail. I like to use floss. It's really thick. You can use regular thread. Come up through one buttonhole and go down the other. Floss is so thick though, I'm only going to go up through the buttonholes twice and it'll be nice and safe. Alright, then the other button. Go. Up through the buttonhole, back down the other. Alright, once you've got them both on, take your needle off, grab that other tail of the thread, tie a nice knot, and put some glue in it. And you're done. I would encourage you to watch this video, get some girls together, and have a crocheting head wrap party. So I hope you liked this, and I plan on making a whole lot more videos. Message me if you have stuff lying around your house like little buttons that you would like to have me come up with a unique project to do, and I hope that you spread the sweetness of creativity.